Hi there, welcome to my review of the VAX Blade cordless vacuum. It's the 24 volt version, it's the model number TBT3V1B2. I've recently moved into a 3-storey house. Before that I was in an apartment and we had a Roomba. I've still got the Roomba. It's great for single level cleaning. It does a wonderful job in the living room here and in our kitchen. But obviously it can't tackle stairs, it can't do the ground floor, our kitchen and living room on the middle floor where we have it, but it can't also go upstairs and do the bedrooms. My partner, who I moved in with, has a old Dyson upright. It's heavy and there's a cable. The cable's quite short on it, so it can't go all the way down to the lobby in our front of our house, and it just makes doing stairs a nightmare. I've wanted a cordless vacuum for a while, and then when we moved in here it was the perfect excuse to do so. I initially looked at the Dysons, but the runtime on them is awful. It's 20 minutes on a single charge, and that's if you don't use the boost mode, which takes it down to 6 minutes. I went over to the VAX website and they let you buy their vacuums, or certain vacuums, with 4 instalments, so it makes it much more manageable. I went for the VAX Blade 24 volt cordless. It's a bit bulky in some of the other handheld vacuums, but it is really light. Bulky but light. I think the bulk is acceptable given how powerful this thing is. They say it's as powerful as a corded vacuum. It's not as powerful as our corded Dyson, but it's not far off. This is one of the few cordless vacuums I've seen that could be your main vacuum cleaner, and that's what we're going to do in this house. With the main unit, you have your dustbin here. It's got a really strong spring load on it, so when you open it, I recommend you put your hand over it and open it like that. Otherwise, it has a habit of flinging dust everywhere. And in there you've got your filter, and the dust spins around in what they call the direct helix, which is much like any other vortex or cyclone on a cordless vacuum cleaner. On the other side, you have your filters. So twist anti-clockwise and you can pull the filters out. You've got a cloth filter there. And inside there, you can't really see it, is a black sponge filter. That simply just slots back in and locks into place. All of those are washable under cold water and left to dry for 24 hours when needed. On the bottom here, we've got the wall mounting station and the charging port. Now what annoys me slightly about this is that a lot of the other cordlesses, and the cheaper cordlesses as well, like the ones from Morphy Richards, and the more expensive ones like Dyson, they come with a wall charging station, so you slot it on and the pins inside charge the VAX. With this, it's just literally a plastic piece of mounting that you click it onto, and then you use the provided wall charger, sometimes called a rat and tail charger, to plug in. It does the job, it's fine, but for $149.99 it would be nice to have the wall charging features that some much cheaper vacuums and the more expensive vacuums feature. On the back here you have what they call the smart control panel. So we have the battery meter across the top here, so those light up when charging. They flash on, and then disappear when it's fully charged, and then they decrease as the runtime goes down. The runtime on this vacuum is approximately 35 minutes. Now boost mode is enabled by default on this vacuum. Let me just show you. But you can turn it down by pressing that. It goes to a much quieter mode, but still got decent suction. But if you're using it on a difficult stain, I'd recommend it on boost mode. And then this button here enables the brush bar. Now the brush bar is a powered brush bar, and it's powered by the batteries in the unit itself. Battery time you see there applies to the brush bar as well. I'll just show you that now. So the brush bar is easily detached and unattached by using the blue clickers that are on both the extension wand, which is metal, which is nice. Some of the more expensive ones come with plastic poles, so it's nice to see this one's made out of metal. But these, yes, the blue extension clickers are on here and on the main unit itself. It means they click into place with a satisfying click, and you know they're attached, but it's easy to remove them as well. The motorised brush tool is powered by the main unit. It's got very stiff bristles, that's good. We were quite surprised the amount of stuff that this picked up on some of our carpets, which have been hoovered, you know, on an almost daily basis for years. It's got two rubberised wheels at the back, which are nice. Means they keep grip on the floor so you don't skid from side to side. And the whole thing pivots. And now on some of the cheaper models, the cheaper VAX models as well, such as the Slim VAC, people complain the pivot is too loose and it's hard to control back, and this one's quite tight, but at the same time it's easy enough to move around carpet. And just behind the brush bar you've got a little thin layer of felt, which is quite good at picking up fine dust from hard floors. This simply clicks in like that, and then the vacuum clicks on top, like so, and you have a ready to go floor vac. As standard, you get a brush upholstery tool. The bristles are quite stiff on this one, so I'm not sure how good it'd be for dusting, but it'd be alright for picking up hair off upholstery, and it swivels round. You also get a crevice tool, and this crevice tool is very short. I think it's possibly the shortest crevice tool I've seen for a vacuum. The problem with that is, because the VAX blade is quite bulky, I'll just show you, and the crevice tool goes in some way, it's not great for getting to narrow places. It'll do you for your sofa, but it would be rubbish for trying to get under a car seat, for example. I mean, I know you've got the extension ones that you can clip any of your accessories to. Onto the bottom there, and then onto there, which is great for getting up high to do cobwebs, for example. But again, also useless for getting under your car seat. It wouldn't have cost VAX more than a couple of pennies to include a slightly longer crevice tool, and I think that's a bit of a shame. Because I ordered on the VAX website, I also got their Pro toolkit free of charge, which was quite nice, and it makes up for some of the shortcomings of the included tools on the base model, I think. So you get this interesting looking tool. Now these are rubberized grips. They're quite stiff rubber or silicone grips in a sort of a upholstery tool fashion. This is designed for taking pet hairs off stairs and off sofas, and it does have a lot of grip, so I can imagine that works quite well. We don't have any pets, but we sometimes have pets come to visit, so that might come in handy. This is the radiator wand, I believe. It has soft bristles all the way around the outside, felt either side, and then a small vacuum hole in the middle. So this is for getting into the middle of your radiator and behind your radiator, which I don't think I've ever been cleaned in this house, so I'm looking forward to giving that a go at some point. This is called the mattress tool, and it's intended for cleaning large surfaces, and not just mattresses, but you can do it with curtains perhaps, or roll-away beds, but it's great for large surface cleaning. It's got felt all the way around. We have another dusting tool. This one doesn't rotate, but it's a lot softer. I think this would make an excellent just dusting tool for your shelves, desks, and coffee tables. My favourite tool, I don't even know what you call this, but it's just wonderful. It is another large dusting tool, but it's attached to a pole which is articulated in 2 points, which can bend any way you like. We used it last night for getting on top of door frames, and on top of cupboards we've not dusted on top of, and also for getting underneath the edge of radiators. I think that's a really nice tool. I've not seen that before on any vacuum. And then finally you get a manual, which, being a man, I haven't really read. So next I am going to demonstrate using the VAX blade on hard floor with some debris, and we'll see how it picks up.
So what we have here is a completely over-the-top kitchen spill. I've mixed rice for a medium-sized particle, red peppercorns as a larger particle, and flour as well, which gives it that fine dust. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the left-hand 2 tiles on low power mode, and then I'm going to go through the right-hand 2 tiles on boost mode, and we'll see what the difference is. Okay, so that did a pretty good job. There's no flour down there. I'm happy with that. And that's just on the standard mode. Right, I'm going to do the right hand side on boost mode now. Again, pretty impressed with that. There's marks in that floor there where the coffee's got stuck, but other than that, I'm pretty pleased with it. And that's without the brush bar. So here we are in the living room. I've put down some rice and some sugar as a test. We've got fairly short carpet. I'm going to do both with the brush bar. On the left hand side is going to be low power mode, right hand side boost power mode. We'll see how it goes. That's alright. It's almost gone. There's a few little fine grains of sugar, but not too bad. And in a real life situation, you'd probably be hoovering more than just once there and back. On the right hand side, boost mode. So on this side, it's definitely fared better than on this side. Again, there's still 1 or 2 bits, but like I say, it's better than the low power mode, definitely. And in real life, you'd be hoovering more than just once there and back, I'd hope. So, in summary, I quite like this vacuum cleaner. It's got pros and cons. I think it's incredibly versatile. I love how you can convert it into a stair vac by connecting the floor head directly to the main unit, and then our stairs have never looked better. I like how it's you can turn it into a dusting one to do coving, get rid of all those cobwebs, and it can get under places that other vacuums can't. I like how I can run around the house and clean all of it in about half the time it takes me to lug the old big Dyson up and down the stairs, find the plug socket, unplug it, find the cable stuck under the door, plug it back in. There are a few negatives I think with it, because I'm going to be honest with you on this. I don't think the included tools and little accessories are appropriate for a vacuum cleaner of this price tag. I mean, this one is $149, but the range goes up to $299, and for that you can get that tiny little crevice tool, the stiff brush, and then a mounting thing that goes on the wall that doesn't charge your VAX. I said earlier that there are £50 Morphy Richard cordless floor VAX that come with more tools and a charging station for a third of the price, and that's a sixth of the price if you go up to the top of the range of the VAX blade.
So I think VAX could have stuck their hands in their pockets a little more on that. I think that's a bit disappointing. That said, if you order on the website, the VAX website, you do get the accessory kit, which kind of makes up for that, which I think is partly them acknowledging that what they supply in the box isn't quite good enough. The other thing I say is perhaps cleaning out and emptying the filters is a little messy. It's simple but messy, but you get what you pay for. It's good. The suction is excellent. Like I said earlier, it's not quite that of a high-end corded vacuum. It is good. It's better than any cordless vacuum I've used. But yeah, I'm pleased with it. It's making housework. I would definitely recommend this vacuum, and I think it could be a main vacuum replacement.